ask. Really? There's a trick to it? It goes like this. Be careful! My voice shoots through the open window as Mira hurriedly climbs out. Don't worry, it's just one story. There's a railing to land on. That's not what it's meant for. Oh, come on, just try. It's fun. Fun. You call jumping out of a bedroom windows fun. But I don't have much of a choice. Here goes. Which is probably a bad idea for me for choosing that. My right foot catches the hard surface of the railing through a fair amount of force, but isn't enough to hurt me. And with my remaining strength, I propel myself to the side and land on the ground with both feet. That actually wasn't so bad. See? I told you it'd be fun. It's only fun until you break your leg. I've been doing this for years. I still haven't broken anything. Wait, you've been doing this for years? I knew she was a stalker. No time to chat. We're off. Wait up. Mira grabs my arm and pulls me into the unknown. I get the feeling I'm going to be late for school. You'd think I would complain about the weather, but it isn't bad today. Only if it were like this yesterday when we were traveling to Lillian's place. Lillian. Shoot, I wasn't supposed to think about her. Focus, focus. Mark, something the matter? No, I was just thinking about something pointless. More importantly, wait, you thought Lillian was pointless? Dude! You know what? I thought you were doing good, trying to help Lillian out towards the end there. But, dude, I was giving you bonus points, but I'm taking them away now. That was bad. More importantly, what are we doing here? With Mira or Myra, I'm probably going to say both, standing comfortably at my side like an old friend, I find myself in front of a city park. Except that's in the middle of winter. Who goes to the park in the middle of winter? It's a playground, can't you see? I know it's a playground. I'm asking why we're here. Because there's nowhere else to go, I guess. Fair enough. We're already skipping school and jumping out of windows, so why not spend the morning near a snow-covered playground? Myra clears the snow off the bench and directs me to sit down. Wait here. Wait right here. There's a convenience store nearby. I'll pick us up something to drink. You sure? I wouldn't mind going with you. No, it's alright. I know the owner. That isn't much of a reason, but okay. I'll be back in a moment, alright? Oh well. I sigh a resigned sigh and take a deep breath of the crisp air. I've got to admit, this park sure looks nice covered in all the snow. It's already time for the holidays. Christmas, eh? I think Linn will be with Lucas and some other of their friends. So if I wanted to do something, I could, but do what? I think about it idly for a moment. She stands beside me and our hands are linked, but we hardly feel anything through the gloves and the mittens. Aww, he's daydreaming about Lillian. I give you 1 point. It's an idly daydream, I know, but it feels real. Because it could be. You're just an idiot. More real in my head than in reality, anyway. I turn to her, heart pounding, and... Oh, Mira shows up. What? I'm back! Snapping to my senses, I spot Mira running back with a pair of juice boxes in her hands. Juice boxes. She went through all that trouble to buy juice. Here, take one. Don't take this wrong way, but is this the best you could come up with? I was kidding, but she looks like she was seriously offended. But juice is good. But juice is good. It's tasty, it's healthy, and it refreshes the body and mind. I can give it a shot. I pull the straw out of its container and pierce through the foil coating and sip. Peach. Yep, it's my favorite. It's strong. Yeah. Yes, it's highly concentrated peach juice. filled with as much pulp as physically possible. Incredible, isn't it? Why do I talk to you? Because you can't resist. Darn it, I'm not saying that. So pulpy. Seriously, I used to love these when I was a kid. Were you possessed by the devil when you were a kid? You don't have much faith in my taste buds, do you? Not at the moment, no. Sitting on the park bench on a school morning in the middle of winter, talking idly about meaningless things without a trace of awkwardness in the air. If I didn't know better, I would say that we were childhood friends. So what were you like as a kid, Myrrah? Me? Trying to think of a way to avoid the question. Pretty much. Kinda. Well, at least she's honest. Alrighty then. I won't bother asking about your past. It's obviously something you don't want to talk about. That's suspiciously kind of you. Don't get used to it. I'm just not in the mood right now. Since we're already spending our morning here instead of doing what we should be doing, we might as well make it count, right? Myra finishes the thick mass of pulp she calls juice, and I take a sip of it. You know, I think I like you, Mark. Any guy who can warm up to a stranger after only a couple of days has to be a good person. Did you just compliment me? Well, he would also have to be naive and careless and probably disloyal, too. You're a horrible person. Why, thank you. I swear this girl is. You're thinking something along the lines, this girl might be weird, but she's actually kind of nice now that I'm talking to her, right? Nope, definitely not. Spot on. Well then, what were you thinking about? I was thinking that you're surprisingly good at making conversation even when you barely know someone. Oh, really? I never used to be good at this stuff before. She abruptly stops. The last puff of condensation disappeared in the sky. I mean, having trouble? You're a strange guy. Do you hate me? What's that supposed to mean? Are you serious? No, of course not. You'd never hate someone like me, right? Sorry about that. I'm being weird. I'm usually not weird. Could have fooled me. Puffy, angry face. That's adorable. You know what I mean. Anyway, let's change the subject. But we have nothing to talk about, remember? That's not true. We can talk about you. Me? What makes you think there's anything interesting about me? You'd be surprised. I mean, there's only one way to know for certain, right? So let's start. Do you want an autobiography? Not exactly. Let's just start with something simple like... I know. What kind of stuff do you do at school? Well, nothing right now, seeing how I'm skipping school, skipping for the first time this term, thanks to someone. You don't have to be here if you don't want to be. You know what I mean. I don't know, school's normal for us. We show up, we attend classes, we do homework, write tests, and eventually we arrive at the summer holidays. That's it? Pretty much. Then, what are you studying? Do you have any particular aspirations? No, not really. I'm not an aspiration kind of guy. Aspiration. It's going to be tough for you in the future then. Straight to the point, I see. To be honest, I think I respect the fact that you're not looking for too much out of life. You just called me a simpleton, didn't you? You're simple, but not really in a bad way. So you're not denying it. That's not the point. I think it's nice that you can appreciate the finer details in life and not aim for anything too grand. It's intriguing. You're the first person that's ever said that to me. Really? I thought would have been a pretty common opinion. It isn't. Trust me. Everywhere I go, people are always telling me that I aim too low, that I don't have any real direction. But lack of direction doesn't necessarily mean you're lost. It just means that you're making your way to finish without taking any preset route. The conclusion's the same. Not bad. I never expected that much from you. You really don't have much faith in me, do you? Well, even if that were the case in the past, I think it's changed now. I've gained a little bit more respect for you. It's practically an insult, but maybe I could accept it as a compliment. At any rate, school isn't a big deal for us. It's just something that students put up with because we have to. True. And I'm definitely not the only one without a goal. I see. But don't your friends bother you about it? From my experience, yeah, it bothers them all right. Or at least it definitely bothers one of them. You haven't changed, Mark. You're still... Myra's eyes drift to the ground, lost in the deserted, wintry paradise. The cold wind stings at my heart. I told you I'm fine. There's no need to worry about me. I told you. No, I didn't tell her anything. It's just a topic that I instinctively avoid. You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry. We dance around each other, tiptoeing on the thin ice. Without warning, Mira pulls out a pocket watch. One of old-fashioned ones, with elegant designs etched in the metal, and checks the time. Ah, this has been fun, but I've really got to go. My school is less lenient than I made it sound. Before I can ask about the pocket watch, she skips away. Wait, Mira. Wait, normally I'd wait, but I really don't have the time to stick around anymore. I'd like to see you again. Whenever you have time, it doesn't matter. Don't disappear on me. Silly. Didn't we already go over this? Of course. I'll find you. With that, she turns the corner and disappears into the snow. And don't be late for school, because I already am, pretty much. I shout out those words to an empty park, unsure of why I spoke them. A few minutes after the morning bell finishes its chime, the teacher walks in and my first class begins. I'm on time? Either that or he's 10 minutes late. I sigh audibly and slouch in my chair. Lillian. Of course. She'll be here, won't she? And after everything that happened before? I'm not sure what to say to her. Oh, looks like the class is beginning. Guess I better try and pay attention today. The key word is being try. Lunch arrives before I realize it. Yeah, this whole paying attention thing doesn't really suit me. More importantly, I've got to track down Linn and Lucas to ask what they were doing the other day. There's one of them. Do you understand now? This is why the ratio is so important. I see. This isn't the first time I've said this, but you're a strange guy. Lillian and Lucas are in our usual spot talking about something. I can hear them from where I'm standing, but they can't see me. What? I'm not eavesdropping. I'm just checking my watch. Extremely slowly. It might sound strange to you, but it's a key element of a character design. How do you expect to learn to draw if you can't look at things from the perspective of a fan? Oh, he's teaching her. Well, this was just your impromptu idea. Save. That's not the point. Information like this comes in handy everywhere in life. Such a die-hard anime fan. Twin-tail anime fan. I like to know even a single place where that might come in handy. That's an insignificant detail. Just don't forget. 412.5. It's a necessity. Necessity. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. I might regret asking this, but do you really find these things that interesting? But of course, 'tis a vital aspect of my existence. And you're not ashamed at all to talk about it. Not in the slightest. Not even to a girl? Well, maybe a little, but I have no need to admit that to you. You weren't planning on saying that, weren't you? A cunning mastermind such as myself makes no mistakes. But occasionally, a slip of the tongue does occur. Something strange. I'm not sure what, but you're a strange guy. I'm not interested in ordinary humans, so I have no complaints. Lillian laughs in reaction, but it's not the same way you'd laugh at a sitcom on TV or a bad pun. You're far more transparent than you think. Has anyone ever told you that? Not in a recent memory. Damn it. Something's not right. You create an identity by pretending to push reality away, but really you're just, sorry I'm late. I barge into the hall. I had to talk to one of my teachers after class. What have you guys been up to? Well, I was just telling Lillian about the ideal ratio of... Never mind that. What have you been doing, Lillian? My only normal friend here. Just the usual. Then let's eat. Studying makes me hungry. I take out my lunch with more vigor than necessary. The others seem to notice that something's off, but... Never mind, it's lunchtime. That's all. Man, something was a little different, but... I remembered something as our conversation continued. It's not a complete memory, but it's something, it's there, somewhere. It happened by chance. Lucas's binder was left lying on the ground, and a small, brightly colored object stuck out from the front. It was the bookmark. It was a normal bookmark for the most part, crudely laminated with a plain design. Hello Kitty! The only notable thing about it was that I'd seen it before. It was lying in Lillian's drawer yesterday, tucked safely away. Oh no. Oh no. Safe. Shut up, phone. I keep telling myself that it's pointless, but I can't shake the feeling that this memory is somehow relevant. Did Lucas give it to her as a present? That might make sense, but then how does he have the same one? Oh no. It could just be a coincidence, but I know it isn't. It's silly. The thing I'm trying to remember is so irrelevant that I forgot it after only a year. And yet, it must have been important to at least one person for it to be stored away so deliberately. Mark, are you okay? I added that, sorry. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just... Alright, just making sure anyway, as I was saying. Lillian continues talking, but my mind is too clouded to make any sense of it. Hang on a moment. That isn't who I think it is it? I turn to look outside and my suspicion is proven correct. At first I only had seen one, but there are two fingers out in the snow. Did I say fingers? I think I said fingers, not figures. Skills, I messed that up. One of them has every right to be there, although she should probably be sitting with us instead. As for the other, sorry guys, but I'll be back in a